Hi, everybody. It's another strength training, building your coping muscles video. And this week centers on a decision I had to make. And it's not a life or death decision, but it's a difficult decision. And what happened was I had the opportunity to take a master writing class with a very well-known writer whose work I've been admiring for about 10 years. And I've been following her. And she writes a lot about depression and mental health and therapy. So she's kind of right up my alley. And the class is quite expensive for 4 or 5 sessions. But what happened was I had to apply for the class. I had to send a 20-page piece of my writing to her. And I think I did that in like early October. And I thought the class was supposed to start in November. And I didn't hear from her. So I kind of put it out of my mind. I was like, oh, well, I didn't get in. Okay. And I kind of rationalized it by saying, well, the class is expensive. I can't afford it anyway. And I did check my spam and it wasn't in there. And then on Saturday, I get an email from her saying, Andrea, if you'd still like to take the class, I'd love to have you in it. And she liked my writing, and she called it actually very engaging, were her words. So that was kind of nice. And I've been in a kind of funk, so it really lifted my mood to think that she liked my writing and she wanted me in her class. So then I had to think about the money. Can I afford it? Because it is quite an indulgence. And so what I did was I used my DBT skills of pros and cons, and I made a pros and cons list. And you might think, why are there 4 boxes? And that's because I did the pros and cons of taking the class, and the pros of not taking the class, and the cons of not taking the class. And you would think that maybe 2 of the boxes would be the same and 2 of the other boxes would be the same, but that's really not the case. Some of them overlapped, but to my surprise, they're different. So just to give you an example, the pros of taking the class were to study the craft of writing with a master writer, an exceptionally small class size, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And the cons of taking the class were expensive. It's a lot of work, and it takes time away from some of my other tasks or responsibilities. And the cons of not taking the class were missing out on an opportunity, and I may lose a chance to get a solid concept or foundation for a book that I've been wanting to write for a long time. And the pros of not taking the class were I would save the money, and I would have more time to devote to other responsibilities that are really non-negotiable right now in my life. So you can see how there was some overlap, but they're not exactly the same. So I'm still actually mulling it over. I got another email telling us what the first assignment is and asked for the fee. So I really have to make a decision. So tune in. Sometime this week, I will probably put a pop-up video up as soon as I make a decision. Until then, I know I'm not going to reveal the cost of the video of the class, but if you have any ideas, please chime in on your video. So until then, this is Andrea, and I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving holiday, and be well, be strong.